Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 11 of our January journey through the Proverbs. The Word of God is so powerful. The Word of God is so transformational. And we've been going through the Proverbs, one proverb a day for the month of January, they coincide with one another. I want to tell you, my life has been enriched. My life has been transformed. I trust that's the case with you today. As we look to Proverbs 11, there's just, again, it's a proverb that is filled with contrast, the contrast between good and evil, right and wrong, smart and stupid, those kinds of things. There's just so much, again, that we can glean. I want to tell you a story. I want to read one of these proverbs and tell you a quick story. It's in the Proverbs, verse 14. It says, "Where there is no counsel, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors, there's safety." Last Saturday, I had the joy of spending time by invitation with, I'm going to call them not the only three wise men, but three wise men. These men have been in ministry combined, when you combine their years of ministry, probably 140 to 50 years, 140 to 50 years of combined successful ministry. Men of wisdom, men of insight, great counselors. And they talked and they shared. And it was everything I could do to be quiet and just listen. I wanted to comment. I wanted to ask questions. And finally, I was able to ask a few questions when the time was right. And I gained great wisdom, and insight exploded within me. In fact, I got direction for our church family in a breakfast time in a crowded IHOP. I gained wisdom from God through three wise men. And it was an amazing time for me. My question to you is, who's speaking into your life? Who's counseling you? You don't want to be counseled. If you've got marriage trouble, you don't want to be counseled by people who have a history of marriage trouble. You want to find some people who have some wisdom and insight. In the multitude of counselors, there's safety. Now, if you've got a problem, you don't need to run to a multitude of counselors. That's not what he's saying, but you've got to build a life. Listen, what's wisdom? Living life skillfully, learning to live life skillfully. You've got to build a life that has built within it people in your life who you trust, who trust you, who will speak the word of God into your life. And you listen to what he has to say, or what they have to say, or what she has to say. In those relationships, there's safety. And so I found great safety. I found great wisdom, and I'm still processing all the things that God spoke to me through these wise men, just while they were talking together about evangelism and missions and church growth and all those things. It was literally a transforming moment for me. It was an aha moment. And I thought it very interesting that as I began this year asking God for wisdom, that in a moment in an international house of pancakes, with a kind of spur of the moment invitation to be with these three men, that God gave me wisdom. It was awesome. And so you've got to build a life that has people that are smarter than you, wiser than you, more loving than you, more insightful than you. You got to find those people and begin to build relationships with them. If you stiff arm these people in your life because of insecurity or pride or arrogance, you'll miss God's wisdom. So remember, in all you're getting, get wisdom. God bless you today, and we'll see you in the morning.